What's up, comic book community? My name is Joe, and this is 360 Comics. The official start to winter is just a few days away, and temperatures here in the Northeast are dipping below freezing. That being said, this will officially mark the end of flea market season. If you've been watching this channel, you know almost every Saturday and Sunday since the first few warm days of spring, I've been going out hunting for comic books on the weekend. Well, now I've got a 3-month hiatus for that until it warms up again. But of course, I had to go out one more time, and I was on vacation in Virginia this past weekend, so I did my hunting down there. Let's see what I got. Don't forget, you have just a few more days to enter our 8,000 follower giveaway over on Instagram, at which point I will be picking a winner for this copy of Spawn #1. Make sure you head over there, follow us on Instagram, and enter that giveaway. And then make sure you enter this giveaway because this is the next one. This is for 2,500 subscribers here on YouTube. So make sure you hit that subscribe button at the top of the screen. Give this video a thumbs up for a like and leave a comment down below. That'll give you one entry, and you can check out our other videos for additional entries. Good luck. What's up, comic book community? Joe here from 360 Comics, and I am on vacation in Richmond, Virginia. But of course, I've got to go out and hunt for some comics. So I'm checking out a flea market, and then gonna hit up a Second and Charles later, and maybe find a comic shop as well. Stay tuned. It's cold, but people are out here at the flea market hunting for stuff. Hopefully I can find some comic books. Now, despite being in Virginia, this person at least has taste about football teams. Go Birds! Look at that, I found some comics, mostly late 80s, early 90s. There was some Spectacular Spider-Man. We got First Corona here. This guy wanted $2 a piece, and look at that. First Ashley Kafka. You'll see I pull out 3 books, and I ended up just offering him a $5 bill for the 3 of them, and he was fine with that. So I got a little discount there of $1. Most of this stuff is filler issues, but then I came across this one, which I actually needed to complete a set of Maximum Carnage. I also picked up a second batch of comics from a different vendor at the same flea market, but he requested that I not film him or his setup, and you gotta respect that when people ask. So I'm just gonna show you it here, starting off with this Amazing Spider-Man number 256. This is the first appearance of Puma. I have picked this up many times recently. I've talked about it in spec videos and, you know, undervalued Spider-Man keys, in my opinion. But yeah, this book, I pick it up whenever I can find one for a decent price, and this certainly was a good price. We'll talk about the price for this this whole bundle at the end. Second book is Daredevil number 197. This is the first appearance of Yoriko, who ends up becoming Lady Deathstrike. Definitely a really great supporting character who has shown up time and time again, both with Daredevil and Wolverine. So that was kind of a no-brainer to throw in here as well. Then we've got Fantastic Four number 273. This is the first full appearance as well as the first cover appearance of Nathaniel Richards, the father of Reed Richards. And given that, you know, I've said this many times on this channel, given that Nathaniel Richards is the name used by Kang, whether that be a time-traveled version or a descendant or whatever they decide to do with that, I think picking up this book is a great option. You know, it's a direct relative of a Fantastic Four member, a major character, you know, so I don't think that's a bad one to pick up. Then we've got Blondie. This is an interesting one. Blondie number 42. This is from 1951, I believe, early 50s. I remember that. I forget exactly what year. But, you know, just as a golden age comic, I figured it would be worth picking up. And I thought this guy would do a pretty nice bundle deal. So I kind of pulled all this stuff out and asked how much. And in fact, it was a good price. I got one more book from him, I believe. I think this is the last one. This is Tom and Jerry Comics number... I don't know what number this is. And I didn't write it on the front. I apologize about that. But this is from Dell Comics. This is from 1951. Actually, I think the other one was 1952, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. But this one is definitely 1951. You know, a Golden Age cartoon book in pretty decent condition. It's mid-grade. I figured, it might be a good one to pick up, especially if I can get it for a decent price. And I bundled all these together. I said, how much for all this? He gave me a $20 offer, and I just took that. I wasn't there to haggle with him or anything, because $20 for these 5 books, that's $4 a book. Seemed great to me. I have paid certainly a lot more than that for this book alone. I've gotten really nice high grade copies of that book for $15, $20, $25 at the height of the market. So I was really, really happy with the price on this little bundle. Like I said, didn't even bother haggling. He did have a really interesting one. He had a Superman 99 from 1950. That would have been like 54, 55. So, later in the Golden Age. He wanted a little bit more than I was willing to pay on it. I offered him $40 initially, and I came up to $50, but he said he wouldn't take less than $80. We couldn't really make a meeting on that price, so I ended up passing up on that, but hopefully he was able to get the amount that he wanted, and he isn't stuck with the book. Anyway, let's go over to Second and Charles now and see the next part of this haul. All right, for those of you who have never been there, this is Second and Charles. They've got tons of secondhand comic books. So look at that. They got Batman Cult there. Let's see what we can find. We got DC on this side, Marvel over here. We'll take a look. Let's start hunting. The Second and Charles gods have answered the prayers. We got Infinite Crisis 3, first Jaime Reyes, $3. Same deal with the first appearance of Jaime Reyes as Blue Beetle, $3. And check that out. This amazing Darth Maul Ahsoka cover from Darth Maul Marvel Volume 1, $5. All right, Sunday morning, we got the Bellwood Flea Markets in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Seems pretty big. Tons of cars here. Looks like there's a lot of tents and stuff set up, so yeah, hopefully there's a good turnout and we can find some comic books. All right, I've walked through about half of this flea market already, but not a single comic book in sight. A lot of tools, a lot of clothes, stuff like that. But we'll keep moving. Well, it looks like I struck out here. That's okay. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes it's about the friends you make along the way. Anyway, maybe we'll get in one more stop on this trip. Maybe not. Stick around and we'll find out. I didn't want to end on the sour note of striking out at a flea market, so I decided to check out a different location of Second and Charles because it is a chain, and I found some cool stuff at this place too, including Sonic the Hedgehog number 85. Now, my buddy James has been looking for Sonic the Hedgehog books recently to kind of recapture part of his childhood in comic collecting that he had actually gotten rid of a number of years ago, and this one was a really good find because it's part of the run that had a really low print run, especially, when you get towards issue 100 and beyond. A lot of the print runs for Sonic the Hedgehog stuff from the original run from Archie are down around or even less than 5,000 copies. And guess what? There wasn't just this issue right here. This was also issue number 91. Great cover on that one, in my opinion. And issue number 94. So 3 Sonic the Hedgehog issues from the upper double digits where the print run was, like I said, right around 5,000. Give or take maybe 1,000 in either direction. These are hard to come by, and they're going to end up with James because he is trying to collect this entire run. Then we've got a Fantastic Four book. Was very happy to find this. I think this was marked at like $3 or something like that. But this is a classic, I think a John Byrne cover, isn't this? Yeah, classic John Byrne cover featuring Dr. Doom. Can't go wrong with picking up Amazing Doom covers because he is, one of the major villains in the MCU, and in the Marvel Universe, and has not yet come to the MCU yet, so there's some potential for growth there. always grabbing those, as you've seen in many videos. And then we got this one right here. Last but not least, this is Star Wars Dark Empire #1. I recently bought a collection that had Dark Empire 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but was missing #1. And yeah, now I got it. So I have the complete run. Not sure if I'm going to keep those in my personal collection or if that's something that I'm going to sell now that I have the complete set, but I will make that decision at a later date. I'm going to spend the next couple weeks, probably through a lot of the winter, really determining my personal collection and what I want to keep, checking for doubles of things, because I know I have doubles and triples, especially of a lot of ASM and X-Men stuff, and I don't need multiple copies of a lot of those books, so they will end up in the claim sale. So look out for that. It's going to be cold for a few months. No flea markets, no yard sales, like I said, and I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss getting up early and going out on Saturdays and Sundays, but I cannot wait until spring to do it again. For the winter, it'll give me time to really work on my personal collection, my organization, categorizing things, maybe compiling it on one of the apps like CLZ, or there's a new one. I forget what it's called. Starts with a W, and I'm blanking on the name right now. But yeah, I plan on doing that. And of course, once the weather warms up, hopefully early March sometimes, the flea market will pop. The flea markets will pop back up again, and I'll be out hunting. In the meantime, definitely make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because there will be plenty of videos to come during the winter months. And of course, give it a like, leave a comment down below. You can enter our giveaway. And until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.